Welcome students. Last class I have discussed about the auto transformer starter. So a small recap. So this rotor current or motor current at starting is K times of ISC, and current drawn from the supply is I1. So I1 by I2 is K. So we are substituting the value of I2 from this equation, K into ISC. So it is K square into ISC. So I1 is K square into ISC. So then the relationship between this TST and TF is, as usual, it is IST by IF. Now IST is equal to K into ISC. IST is K into ISC. So K square. So this ratio is A. So K square A square into S. So this already we have discussed. Anything a small recap. So a small problem also with related to this auto transformer starter. So in this, the data given is determine the suitable auto transformation ratio for starting a three-phase induction motor with line current not exceeding 3 times the full load current. Line current not exceeding 3 times the full load current. The supply current at start equals 3 times of full load current. So this is the first data given. And the short circuit current is 5 times of full load current. That is, short circuit current ISC is 5 times of full load current IF. And full load slip is given, that is SF is given 5%. Okay, 3 data is given. Estimate also the starting torque in terms of the full load torque. Two parameters we have to calculate. One is the transformation ratio, and another parameter is the starting torque in terms of full load torque. These two parameters we have to calculate with the given data. So you know supply line current I1 is equal to K square ISC. Okay. So that supply line current at start, it is given that 3 into IF. So the supply line current 3 into IF is equal to K square into ISC. It is given as 5 into IF. So we are substituting in this equation. Be careful. Supply line current, or it is I1. I1 is equal to K into I2. I2 is equal to K into ISC. Therefore line current will be equal to K square ISC. So from this formula, so the given data is substituted. The supply line current is given as 3 times of the full load current. So you are substituting in the left hand side is 3 into IF. The equation is K square, and ISC is given as 5 into IF. We are substituting. So IF at both sides will get cancelled, so that you will be getting K square is equal to 3 by 5. So it is 0.6. So K is square root of the 0.6. You are getting 0.775, or it is 77.5%. Okay. So to limit the starting current with a value of 3 into IF, we have to use the auto transformer with a tapping of 77.5%. So the first data you have calculated. Okay, auto transformation ratio K is 77.5%. That is, to reduce the or to limit the line current within 3 into IF, you have to keep the auto transformation ratio at 77.5% tapping. Okay, the second parameter you have to calculate is the ratio between starting torque and full load torque. So it is K square, ISC by IF the whole square, IST by IF the whole square into SF. So K value we have already calculated. That is K square itself, it is available 0.6. K is available 0.775, or K square is 0.6. So directly you can substitute. So ISC is given that 5 times of IF. So this IF will get cancelled. So from this you are getting, it is the ratio is 0.75. So our TST is equal to 75% of the full load torque. Okay, so these two parameters are asked to calculate. So the next type of starter is the star delta starter. You know very well. These are the very fundamentals. So in a star connection, in a star connected any electrical circuit with star connection, the line current is same as that of the phase current, but the voltage is different. Line voltage is root 3 times of phase voltage, or phase voltage is V by root 3. Actually here root 3 is missing, so just add it. So it is V by root 3. Okay, V is the line voltage. Wherein with respect to this delta connection, this line voltage and phase voltages are the same. Okay, voltage available across the two lines and across any phase is the same, but the line current is different with respect to this phase current. So it is line current is root 3 times of the phase current. So these are a very fundamental relationship, you know. So with star connection, the phase current is going to be reduced. Okay, so with the factor of this root 3. So you know the relationship for star delta starter, it is actually 1 by root 3 times, that is IST is ISC by root 3. So root 3 times it is going to be reduced. So it is ISC by root 3 IF. So this root 3 are taking it out. So 1 by 3 ISC by IF the whole square into SF. So it is 1 by 3 A square SF. So 3 starters we have studied. One is stator resistance, so wherein the voltage and current is going to be reduced with a factor of X, and in auto transformer the voltage and current is going to be reduced with a factor of K, wherein this K is the transformation ratio, and in star delta starter the voltage is going to be reduced with the voltage is going to be reduced, the voltage or internal current is going to be reduced with a factor of 1 by root 3. Okay, so that this equation will become 1 by 3 A square SF. So these three are the types of starters. So while starting this star delta starter, motor is going to be run at star connection during the starting condition, and the switch will be, we are using a changeover switch here. So during starting it is going to be in star connection, and during running it is going to be in delta connection. Okay, so the connection will be changed, okay, automatically with the starter. Next we will be discussing about a problem in the star delta starter. So here the capacity of the machine is given, okay, and the 3-phase 6 pole 50 Hz 400 volt everything is given, and 960 rpm speed of the motor is given. It is a delta connected motor, that is important. So it takes 86.4 amperes on direct starting. So that means it is the starting current So it is being a delta connection. This is actually in the problem given is the line current, but in all the equations you are going to use per phase voltages and currents and impedances. So IST by phase, per phase value of the current, it is the on direct starting. Okay, so ISC per phase is this value divided by root 3, and IST per phase is how in star delta starter the current will be reduced with a factor of 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 times of ISC. Already ISC per phase is 86.4 divided by root 3. Now IST is going to be 1 by root 3 times of ISC. So it is 86.4 divided by 3, so it is 28.8 amperes. So then you are calculating the current, full load current, that is full load current will be calculated based on this input output formula. So you know output power divided by input power is equal to output power divided by efficiency, or you can simply say that output power divided by input power is efficiency. Efficiency is given as 88%, power factor is given 0.85, and this input power equation is root 3 VL IL cos phi. So root 3 VL is 400 volt given in the problem. IL is what we are going to calculate, and power factor is given. Output power is given 11.2 kilowatt. So it is 10 to the power 3 divided by efficiency is 88%. And substituting all the parameters, we are getting the full load current. Okay, so full load current, line current, actually it is line current. So you are getting line current value 21.59 amperes. What we need is the phase current divided with root 3, being it is a delta connected motor. So you are getting the phase current. So this is the full load current. Okay, full load current also we got, because we are going to calculate finally the ratio between TST and TF. Full load ratio between TST and TF is what we are going to calculate. Okay, so IF also calculated, IST is also calculated. So actual equation is IST by IF square, or it will be some fraction multiplied by this value A square. That is, if it is ISC by IF, it is A, or simply it is IST by IF the whole square. So that we are substituting all the values here. Directly IST, you know, so this 28.8 amperes, IF is 21.59 divided by root 3, so that root 3 is taken to the numerator. And SF you are calculating. The speed of the motor is given as 960 RPM in the program. And NS you are calculating, that is the synchronous speed you are calculating 120 F by P. P is given as 6 pole and frequency is 50 Hz. So with this you are calculating NS and the speed of the motor is given. So that you are calculating the full load slip, NS minus N by NS. So you are getting 0.05. That value also you are going to substitute over here and you are getting TST is. So this value will be 0.267. So the ratio, or you can say this TST is 0.267 times of T, or it is 26.7% of full load torque. So what is asked in the problem is find the ratio of starting torque to full load torque. What is the ratio? It is 0.267 or it is 26.7%. Okay. So next is the rotor resistance starter. It is applicable only for a slip ring induction motor. So in the rotor circuit itself, the resistance is available. So that resistance can be used for starting purpose also, so that the current drawn from the source will be reduced. So in the starter, the important thing is you are going to calculate the starter steps. You assume the steps are going to be from 1 to n number of steps. The steps are there. This small R2 is the rotor resistance, and starter step resistances are going to be R1, R2, etc. up to Rn-1 for this step, and in particular last step the rotor resistance is going to be R2. So with this you are going to calculate the currents, minimum current and maximum current. Okay. Because for a particular position, that is from 1 to 2, the resistance value is going to be R1, and 2 to 3 the resistance value is going to be R2, and so on. Because up to this at this point the value of resistance is R1, it is going to be up to this point, then the value will be changed to R2. From this 2 to 3 it is going to be R2, and so on. So to calculate this rotor current, actually I2 is the rotor current and maximum current will be R1 and minimum current will, actually this is the equation, S into E2 by Z2. So this is the general equation for current, rotor current in an induction motor. So taking out this S, this is R plus S into X. No? So SF you are taking it out because it is in square, it is this S1, SF and this SF will get cancelled. So R1 divided by SF. So this is the final expression for I. So for maximum current at this point, it is going to be R1 by S1. Minimum current will be at this point, but there the resistance will be R1, but here the speed will be changed from one particular value to another value, so that the slip will also be changed to S1 to S2. So this is the equation. Okay. So for maximum current it is R1 by S1, for minimum current it is R1 by S2. So like that at each and every step it is, you can write the equation for maximum current and minimum current. So here it is R2 by S2 and here it is R2 by S3. And in the next step the resistance is, maximum current is here actually R3. So you just change this value. It is R3 by S3 the whole square for maximum current and R3 by S4 for the minimum current. Like that you can write as many number of equations, and finally it is going to be consolidated for I2 max and I2 minimum. So here R1 by S1, R2 by S2 and so on. The final value of resistance is R2 by S max. And in the minimum current you can write R1 by S2, R2 by S3 and so on. So maximum value of slip is S max. The previous resistance is Rn minus 1. Okay. So Rn minus 1, here it is S max. So these equations are equated. Here also the equations are equated. Okay. So here you are writing R1 by S1 is equal to R2 by S2 and so on. It is equal to finally R2 by S max. And from this particular equation, R1 by S2, R2 by S3, etc. up to Rn minus 1 to S max. So from this equation you can calculate now the number of, by knowing the number of steps you can calculate the step resistances, you can calculate finally. Okay. So actually I think we can continue in the next class how to arrive at these equations. Okay, thank you.